A motion by Helmut.
Welcome to Minutes by Minutes. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm not Dave Kenny.
No, yeah,
I'm
Dave
not
Kenny.
the same height.
I think Dave Kenny is stuck in a snowdrift somewhere.
Oh, poor guy. I have more product in my hair, so I'm not Dave Kenny. It's Terry Stiles again.
Yes, Terry Stiles, and I think she has a few stories to tell as we go along.
Oh,
hopefully.
we'll see what I can come up with.
Well,
I do know about the subjects anyhow. I can help you out there.
Well, we are here to talk about what goes on in the village, the township. You know, you folks out there that are affected by these people that make decisions out there, you know, from the township level and all over.
And they're making those decisions for you, so you need to pay attention. If you're not at the meetings, listen to what Elgin has to say, because you're going to get some kind of information, whether it's true or not.
Well,
it's true. I'm sure it's true.
Well, most of it is
About
true.
those meetings.
We do spread some rumors here.
We do.
That would be a rumor, that we spread rumors.
Well, I was starting already. Trying to start.
Actually, Dave Kenny's the one that spreads most of the rumors.
Oh, good. Well, that's my role. Then I'm going to do it.
And one of the rules you can do today is you can pick on Dave all you want as we go through this today.
You know what they say, if he's not here, he's the guy to pick on and elect him for everything.
You got it. Well, let's talk about at least one of the meetings that occurred last week. And of course, we had a big major snowstorm, and it kind of slowed down business all across the
Sure
political
did.
realm. But let's talk about the NOTA, North Oakland Transportation Authority.
Better not slow them down. They're the ones that get us through all that.
Yeah, boy, they must have had a job doing it, you know, last week, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
no kidding.
Temperatures out there, a little bit chilly, wouldn't you say?
Whether you're here or in Florida, from what I understand, it's even 20 down there. So I'm not really complaining.
No, I heard they had snow in Florida.
They did, yeah.
Those poor people.
They don't even have gloves to wipe off their car.
Right. Don't you feel bad,
I
folks?
do. You know, I'm feeling real bad for him. And that's not Dave calling us saying he's going to be here. He's really not going to be here
Yeah,
today.
he's not going to be here. He's got to get his battery straightened around or whatever.
Something that, you know, the cold got his car,
Yep.
I guess.
Must have. As long as it doesn't get him, we're okay.
Right.
But let's get back to this NOTA, North Oakland
What's
meeting
going
that
on
they
with
had
them?
in December.
Right.
Bill Dunn is the chairman. Bruce Pearson serves on that board, as does Mike McDonald.
All heads of the community.
all
then.
heads of the
Wow,
community.
they must be doing good then.
Yeah. There are 3 other people on that board, actually 5 other people, and a couple of them were missing. Let me see, I'm trying to think of who was missing. Eric Dolan was not there. Joe Young from
Here represents Orion.
Lake
Kind
Orion,
of confusing, isn't it?
from the village.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like, Joe should be part of this group that
Especially
we're
since
sitting
Eric Dolan wasn't there. He could have represented both communities.
very easily. And then I believe there's a Brenda Wilson that serves on the board. She wasn't there either. So unfortunately, they did not have a quorum. And that makes it a little more difficult
Sure
because
does.
you cannot, as you know, pass
An agenda item.
agenda item that involves cash, money.
Right.
You know.
I know they've tried before, but they
Right.
can't.
So they left that
It's
old
not a
tin
good
can in the
idea.
backyard. They couldn't dig it up. They had to leave it there, right?
Yep.
All right, so first thing they did is preliminaries. They did the pledge, of course, and covered the agenda. They wanted to, Bill Dunn wanted to add a letter from Bob Davis, the attorney. He submitted a letter, and we'll discuss that a little bit down the line here.
Yeah.
Okay. They discussed the minutes, which were approved for last month in November. Director's report. Lynn Gustafson is the director for this particular organization, NOTA. And she talked about the number of riders that were handled. So far, 35,799 riders have been on it, riding on the
This
system
year? Wow.
for the last year.
Wow.
And that is roughly 4,191, I believe, more than what they had the previous year.
My goodness.
So that's quite a number.
Kind of like our YouTube numbers going up
Yes, it is.
4,000. That's good.
Tell me
I like
more.
it. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I can do
But
that.
so you mentioned Bob Davis.
Yes.
The attorney. Is he the attorney for NOTA?
He was the attorney for NOTA, but we're kind of skipping ahead here a little bit.
Right. I just was wondering
You're stealing my
why
thunder.
he was. I didn't mean to. Try not to do that. I just didn't know if he was submitting something to them as a onlooker or a writer? Is he a writer? Or is
No,
he,
it's pretty
Okey-dokey.
interesting. Now,
I can't wait to
you
get to
really
that.
piqued their interest
That's
out
right.
there.
So
Now,
hold
haven't
them
you-
off. Don't tell them right
Don't
now.
go away. You'll learn more as we go along here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the director made her report. They're going to put new cameras on bus,
Hmm.
and they had quite a discussion about the type of cameras that were going to go on the buses, and looking for the amount of $34,100
Holy moly.
is allocation.
That's a lot of
Right?
cameras and a lot of buses.
A lot of cameras, a lot of buses.
Mm-hmm.
And the question was, should this board just go ahead and approve it, or should they leave it to Lynn Gustafson to make the decision? And Bill Dunn said, well, he said, we hired her to make these decisions.
There you
The
go.
money is in the budget.
Yeah.
He said she needs to select, someone that
She
is
knows what
going to
she
handle
needs,
this. She knows
right?
what she needs.
Yeah. And they couldn't make that decision anyhow because they didn't have a quorum.
They did
Right?
not. Yeah, but Lynn did say that a company named Excel looks as though they will be getting the contract,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll confirm that at the next meeting that they have. So, very efficient young lady.
Well, that sounds like an efficient board too,
Oh yeah,
letting
it
her
is.
do her job.
Right. And I don't think Bill Dunn lets a whole lot go by him.
No.
So he does a pretty good job out there, as does Bruce Pearson and the others that are on this board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
But
Well,
they
they're
put in a
running-
lot.
They're running a community, so yeah, they're doing a good job on their
And
board.
they put in a lot more time than what
People give
is
them credit
required.
for, right?
Yep.
Agreed.
When they work on budgets alone, you worked on budgets. That
Yeah,
takes a while, doesn't
it? does take a while. It's not a volunteer's job, that's
right.
for sure.
And Addison Township is working on that right now on their
Oh,
budgets.
yeah,
So
right.
that will, you folks see your trustees out there,
Mm-hmm.
pat them on the back, shake their hand, Addison Township, say, hey, thanks for working the budget.
Really, go to their meetings just so you can do that. And
Oh.
you can fall asleep in the back of the corner if you want to, but gosh, they need that support.
If you do that, they will throw
There's a buzzer, they'll throw wet rags
bowling
at
balls,
you.
cannon shots,
Yeah.
over there in Addison, anything
You
goes.
can wake
you know?
up. Oh, yeah.
As well
I
as-
wouldn't be so surprised if they did it at the township, too. Pay
Well,
attention.
Yeah, they will do that. I know. Bill Dunn wants to make sure he's got your attention.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the computers, I guess she's going to make the decision. Looks like she has a
Good.
good idea in terms of the track that she wants to take. That she's going to need a vehicle, she said, next year. And the cost of the vehicle is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000. And that money, again, is appropriated. And it looks like it's going to have a lift on it. It's going to be a Ford.
A Ford limo, 50 grand, wow. But I know those buses
Specialty
are expensive.
vehicle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that. So the cameras, are they going to be inside cameras or outside cameras?
Inside cameras
Okay.
in the buses.
Okay.
That's for the protection of both the people that are
riders.
riding the bus and also the people that
And
are
the driver.
driving the bus.
Yeah, heck yeah.
You never know what's going to happen on a bus this day and age. Don't we know?
Besides the wheels going round and round.
We just go round and round. Hopefully they go round
Brings
and
a song
round.
to mind. I'm probably going to sing it for the rest of the time we're sitting here.
Okay, that's all right. I'll catch up with that one later. Let's talk about hams.
Anyone in particular?
Actually,
Got a name for me?
actually, it's for Christmas hams.
Oh, okay.
And we could talk about hams a lot when we come back right
There's a
after
lot of
this,
names.
folks.
Don't go away.
That was a
I
good
might,
segue.
Our OCTV News team, bringing your news closer to home. With local news anchors Elgin Nichols and Terry Stiles, Julie Hogan with Calendar of Events, Cody Wright with Sports, and David Kenny with Auto Talk and Science in the News. OCTV, serving Oxford, Leonard, and Addison communities for over 29 years.
Welcome back to Minutes by Minutes. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles.
And we are just discovering and discovering
A lot
and
of hams.
discussing a lot of hams. Noda, and got.
Did you want me to throw some names in or no? All right, I'll leave the hams
We'll leave those
stuff
out.
alone.
Well, David
Go
would
back
probably
in
be
there.
at the top.
Currently, yes.
Currently, okay. But anyway, Myers donated $350
Wow.
towards purchase of hams.
Wow.
Hams were given out at Christmas time, and they did have a Christmas party. Which, by the way, were you invited?
No, and who,
Huh.
who got the hams?
Well, it
Who'd
wasn't
they
us,
give the
that's for
hams
sure.
to? Apparently not.
It wasn't us. Anyway, take a note.
Right, next year, we'll take the ham.
Right, okay. Or at least the party.
Some of them, or the party, I
Or
don't
we'll
care.
take the party,
Either
right.
one.
Okay, so let me see, what next? Next meeting is going to be January 18th. So you folks, can attend these. It's an open meeting. Election, and it'll be held at the, let me see, Lake Orion Village offices. You know where those are?
Yeah, they moved them. They're back at the old church where they were.
Yes, they
in
are.
That office was a village office. That church was a village office in the 70s.
Well, you would
In
know the
fact,
history.
I walked in there and told my mother I was getting married. Poor
Uh-oh.
girl, in that very building.
Well, that church,
While she was at
it's
work.
not a church
and
anymore, but
she couldn't say no.
she couldn't say no.
She worked for the village offices at that time. It was in '75.
Well, she
And
probably
they had
didn't
him
want
there.
to say no because I know Don is a pretty nice guy. So
Well,
you're still married to Don,
it took
right?
them a while. Yeah, took them a while to find that out.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But yeah, that's funny how it was village offices. It was a church. It was village offices. Senior Center. I don't even know what happened to the Orion Senior Center. Did they kick them out?
I don't know. We'll have to
I
ask
don't
Joe.
know. Yeah.
Joe Young.
Let Joe come
He's
up
the new
here and
village
chat.
manager. Yeah, he could do
Right.
that. Used to do this. For what show did he
That's
used
right.
to do?
He did it for Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Yep.
Okay. Well, anyway, we're getting off track.
Yeah.
You did this
Sorry,
to me.
I tend to do that.
Okay. They're going to have an election for the millage again in 2018 in August. So
Noda is.
NOTA is.
Okay.
And
I know that's a tough one to get through.
yep. So they need to word this, from a judicial standpoint, make sure everything is kosher. As you know,
right.
you've gone through this.
Right. Drop the language.
Yep.
Right.
And so that will be reviewed and, of course, brought forward to the board in the January meeting.
By their attorney.
Well, it'll have to be
We're going
reviewed by
round
each attorney, yeah.
Back around to that again.
Because we're talking multiple locations,
right. Yeah, and hopefully they make the language very clear that they really need that money. Otherwise, if the community drops out,
Yeah.
their seniors lose.
And we should do a thing on that, I think.
I think we will. Or two, or three.
Being the executive director and producer, she'd be the one that would probably do it.
probably do one.
Figure it out who's going to do it.
Well, I'm impassioned by it, so we probably will do one.
Yeah, you are impassioned.
Yeah.
But anyway, public comment.
There must have been a ton of public there, right? Sitting in the audience.
Boy, are you wrong.
Go to those meetings, people.
Yeah, this is where we spread rumors, folks.
Yeah. It's our opportunity.
Yes, it is. And we don't let it slide by too often. Because
No,
when that train
'cause it's
leaves the
always
depot, right?
Rumors are fun.
Rumors are fun. Bills. Okay, they tabled the bills because they had some questions until the bills could be accounted for. So they have to do a little scrutiny there.
Well, but if there isn't a quorum, they can't really vote on those agenda items
right,
anyhow.
exactly,
It's a
and that's
roll
what Bill
call
Dunn
vote.
said.
Oh, okay.
Bill Dunn says, we're not talking bills anyway, except Bill Dunn. There's only bills. Okay, so that wasn't discussed.
Okay.
Budget adjustments were approved. They could do that
Okay.
because they're not pulling money
Right.
anywhere. It's just keeping within.
It's not a roll call
Yep.
vote. Yeah.
And that was about $1,500 to the revenue account and $1,500 to the expense account.
Evens
Now,
out.
new business. They did discuss the cameras. We discussed the cameras, so we know what's
Disc.
going on.
Yes.
Right. So they're going to have new cameras on the buses. So when you folks get on the bus, smile. They're watching you. Intergovernmental agreement. You know what that is?
Yeah. Interlocal. Yeah.
Interlocal government
yeah.
agreement. And because Oxford Township, Oxford Village, Leonard Village, Addison Township, and Lake Orion and
And
Orion
village
Township,
and township.
they're all involved in
Yeah.
NOTA. So therefore, they have to have an agreement going between all the government entities
Right.
and agree to it and sign it
Yep.
in order to go forward. They have to do that before the election. So,
Yeah,
so
right.
this will be
okay.
another thing that will be coming up. But they said sometime in February, more than likely, this will be handled.
As long as there's no changes to the
Yep.
interlocal agreement, it should go smoothly. But,
Yeah.
you know, having said that,
Yeah.
it could be a rough one.
They have to be reviewed by each of the attorneys.
Yes, mm-hmm,
And that's where we're going to talk about the letter that,
Back to the
that came
attorneys.
in from the attorney.
Back to the
Bo-
rumors.
Right, Bob Davis, who,
Yeah.
as you know, there's been a question in the past because he's been an attorney for several entities, government entities, Addison Township, Leonard, and of course Oxford and so
Village
forth.
of Oxford, right.
And Oxford, right.
Yeah.
And occasional judicial questions that might be passed by the township as well. So anyway, he wore many hats, which isn't a good thing when you're working,
It could be
you know.
dicey.
So, yep. And Bill Dunn brought it up originally, and rightfully so.
Because he was
Conflict.
the attorney for the Cable Commission as well as the Village of Oxford and
Right.
the Township of Addison.
Right. Not that he would serve any, self-interest in,
Right.
in making the decisions. It's just that it has the appearance of maybe not a good thing.
Conflict.
Right?
And he's very reasonable. I know that's part of it. I have to say, and I worked with Bob when I was on the village council. I don't know that he was, when I was on the NOTA board, I don't know that he was the attorney then, but he's honest. His heart is there. He knows all those communities, so his
Right.
intentions are perfectly above board.
Right.
But I understand what Bill's saying as well, but he really is reasonable. I've been set to task trying to find an attorney for our board, the
Right.
Cable Commission board. And it's not easy to find somebody out there that's as reasonable as Bob.
Right. In our case, we want to look for someone who has a specialty.
Right, public
which
access.
is rather difficult to find as well.
We need somebody that could, if need be, litigate for us in court, and they need to understand us. And many,
Right.
many people don't understand the multi-layers of public
Right.
access.
Well, Bob Davis, he could probably be hired to get Dave Kenny out of jail. You know,
We weren't going to tell why he
probably-
wasn't here today.
probably couldn't get him out of a traffic ticket, but you never know. He probably
Isn't
could.
that why he's in jail? All those traffic tickets that he's got?
And here I thought he was taking all these notes.
Darn.
They're just stacking up. Anyway, we'll spread that rumor for sure.
Yep,
Okay.
that's a rumor.
So anyway, so the letter informed this
NOTA.
particular NOTA group that he would no longer be serving, as their main attorney, but could handle
Wow.
independent litigation.
Should they
for the
need
group.
him.
Should they need him?
okay.
General questions, that kind of thing. So anyway, so he took the high road.
He did.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. And what I did find out in my research is many of the public access boards that I've been talking to don't have an attorney on retainer. Much like this. If you need the help, I'll give you one. They've got like, oh, we call so-and-so if we need it, but we don't have an attorney. So that's kind of good to know too, and yeah, good for Bob, he's taking the high road.
Well, you have no attorney? Goody.
Yes, don't tell anybody.
But anyway,
But they will represent an entity in court if they need them to, so it looks
Right.
like that's what Bob's doing too.
yeah.
Good
and
for him.
he's done a good job with the village.
he has.
Who has been in dire
For many
need
years, yeah.
for quite a while.
Yeah,
You just got out on the tail end of that one, right?
yeah.
That worked out pretty good.
Well,
But-
he actually did a great job. I was on the council when they had that parking lot fiasco, and he did a great job settling that. So he knows. He took over for
Yeah.
Bob Bunting when Bob retired.
Well, they said, how are we going to find another attorney? I think Bill Dunn said that. So let's establish an ad hoc committee.
Oh, my.
And of 3 people
Wow.
who will search for an attorney for
Wow.
us and give us a recommendation in February. So that pretty much took care of that.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back, folks, right after this. Welcome back to Minutes by Minutes. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles.
And we've been having fun here without Dave Kenny.
I'm not Dave Kenny.
At Dave Kenny's
Yeah,
expense.
poor Dave. That's what he gets for missing it.
Yeah, and if he shows up now, he's in deep trouble.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we'll just give him more of a hard time.
Well, we could do that. Okay. Next segment I have is not a meeting per se, but is an area that I call itty bits. Because things that have
I like
gone
that.
on.
You have a new section here.
Yeah, little itty bits.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to talk about the village of Oxford in the year 2018. By the way, Happy New Year. This is year
right.
2018.
Wow.
How soon it came, huh?
Amazing.
Right. Plan for Christmas.
Where
It's
did
going to be around the
216
corner.
and 214 go?
Right. I have no idea. But anyway, what happened, of course, is that Joseph Madur was appointed by the village council as the new village manager.
Right.
And just to give you a little background on Joseph, he is, let me see, he has a wife of 23 years, been married, 2 sons. They're grown and going to college. And let me see, what else?
He's from the Davison area?
Yeah, he's from the Davison
Okay.
area. Has been for all of his life, pretty much,
Nice.
in that area. Let me see. You're probably looking at what preparation, this guy's got.
Yeah,
Didn't just
I
drop
kinda
him in
wonder
from the
that.
sky and say, hey,
Yeah.
you have to fix all the problems we have here in the village.
Yeah. Good luck, Joseph.
Yeah, I would like that, wouldn't you? But
We
anyway,
all would like that, I think.
right. The acting manager, Mr. Teach, he gave information to Joseph Madur over the last 6 days. And
You mean preparing him for this new
preparing
job?
him for
that
this
he's-
new job. And one of it
6
was a
days.
packet consisting of a copy of the charter for the village, so he'd be well informed.
That'll take him 6 days to read.
Right. He has, of course, been introduced to the police chief,
Good.
Mike Sowell,
Good start.
the DPW director, Don Brantley, and has had, I understand, conversations with both men.
Great.
And let me see, he has
Good
been
place to start.
right. He's been briefed. Get this, on the budget.
What's brief about that?
Anyway, they have put together the budget
Okay.
for the following year, and of course, there's
They
a lot.
who?
There's a lot to it. They do have some money.
Who put that together?
Evan Teach
Okay.
worked on the budget. It might have some finishing touches need to be done yet, but in any case, it's going to be this gentleman from Davison. He is the currently supervisor of a township. I'm trying to think of which township he's
It's
with.
outside of Davison.
It's
I know.
outside of Davison.
Richfield.
Richville. You're right. Good for
Came
you.
to me.
That's where you came in. That's where
There's
David.
where I helped.
Yeah, David usually jumps in
Okay.
there, but you did a good job. You made
Okay,
it.
thanks.
Yeah. And I guess in that job, he's getting paid a little over $40,000 per year.
Holy moly.
In this job, he'll get paid $72,000 a year plus benefits.
I hope that's enough.
Right.
to
Well, the
keep him.
question that comes to mind is he going to leave his
Yeah, 42,000.
supervisor's job?
Yeah.
The answer to that is no, he doesn't plan to. So he's going to be working both jobs. He does have a pretty good deputy supervisor there, I understand, that can pretty much take the helm,
In
which is going to help him
Richville?
out in Richville. And so he's not planning
Wow.
on leaving that job.
You would think, however,
You would think,
since
however,
there hasn't been a manager for a year or so.
well, one of the reasons he said that there's so much that has to be dealt with the village right now that he wants to make sure that he's secure, if he decides to leave Richville and come here, because he's got a family and he's heard a lot of things and seen a lot of things since he's been here in a
He's
short
a
time.
smart man, isn't
Yeah,
he?
so he wants to keep his canoe moored to the side of the
Okay.
lake just in case he has to paddle out.
Yeah, well, good
Okay.
for him.
So that's what he's doing.
Huh,
And
well,
we do know that there's been some real issues with the village and continue to be some issues. And they don't have a clerk yet.
right.
but,
And they're paying someone $50 per hour
Right.
through to March. So hopefully that's his first item that he wants to tackle is
but
to get a clerk in there.
you know,
'cause
that's
that's
kinda-
draining that
yeah.
budget.
And that's kind of what goes on when you don't plan far enough in advance. And so now you have to put Band-Aids all over the dike.
Right. That's like getting on a plane to go to India and going, oh, I don't have a hotel.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll charge it.
or I don't know
I
how
don't
to
have
get
food.
the.
I'll charge
Am
it.
I on the right plane?
I
here?
don't have it right. I'll charge it.
I'll
Charge.
charge it. Yeah, charge it. That sounds good.
Let's get them back from India and just get that.
Right. Well, they can't continue to spend money
No,
at the rate
it's-
that they're doing.
no.
Maureen Helmuth
I
has
was
pointed
just
that
going to
out.
say, Maureen is really right on top of that, isn't she?
She says,
She's not
"What
going to
money?
be quiet.
You have no money."
Well, you know, they've probably walked through that money that they saved by
It's 911 issue.
disassembling 911, right?
Yeah.
So they've probably gone through that or pretty close to it by now, since they've had interim managers for a full
Mm-hmm.
year, and then they've had this $50 an hour person since August. That's
Right.
a half a year at $50 an hour, 20 hours a week.
And there's really
That's a
no
lot of
serious
money.
resolve yet.
Nothing. So
you know.
hopefully we're going to put a big S on Joseph Mador's T-shirt if he can manage this
I
one.
think he kind of feels like he's walking on quicksand right now.
I would if I were him.
Yeah, right. Anyway,
And then he's trying to learn the community
Oh,
and
yeah.
the business owners,
Yes.
because they're important too to that village administration, or they should be.
there is a lot that he needs to deal with.
He's got a lot of balls in
One,
the air.
one
you
of them
know,
is the
juggling.
rate change for water in the area.
Hmm.
Needs to review that and possibly make some adjustments. It needs to deal with a pension for the police
Oh, yeah,
you
this
know,
is the time of
the
year for
employees
that.
for the village.
And the police.
He needs to develop a capital plan. So all these things, plus got to know the participants in his community. So he's got a lot on his plate.
Wow, he's out. Yep. He must be
Jim
super-
English, I don't know if you're aware, but he was the property maintenance officer, and he gave his notice in December, so he's gone.
He
So,
did?
Yep. So they don't have a
Oh my goodness sakes.
policer-upper guy.
Right,
you know,
ordinance guy.
ordinance guy to handle the.
Holy
you know,
cow, they've been through, Dan quit like in June or July, wasn't it?
Dan did. So anyway, so they're going to have to
people keep your
replace that
sidewalks cleared off, help the village out, take care,
Yeah.
cut your grass.
person. Yeah, right. Really,
Get the
exactly.
grass
If you
cut.
see something that needs to be done,
Yeah,
just
take
pitch
care
in
of
to
it,
help.
help 'em
It
out.
helps. Downtown trash problem. There's a major problem there.
Oh,
Okay?
that's
We're
rubbish,
going to
isn't
talk
it?
trash.
Good.
They got trash here, trash there, everywhere.
Well, here goes the rumors again. We're
Actually,
talking trash.
Right, we are doing that. In the parking lot,
Hmm.
for example, they
Mm-hmm.
had trash all over the place, and it was brought to the attention of the DDA board by
Nicole.
Nicole. That's the name I'm trying to think
Nicole
of.
from
I just
5-1
went blank.
Diner,
5-1,
right?
yeah,
Yep.
5-1 Diner. She's on this board now, and she's not.
She's on the DDA board.
She's on the DDA
Nice. Mm-hmm.
board, and she is not going to sit back idly and watch trash
She's a
getting
go-getter,
tossed all
that
over.
girl. Good,
Yep,
good.
She is.
Yeah.
And actually, the company, which was Republic, was purchased by a Canadian firm, GFL.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, not all has gone well. You residents out there have experienced a lot of problems where trash has not been picked up, or they dump the can and they leave half the trash on your driveway and that kind of thing. Well, in the village, they've got the same issue. And Sue Bassardit, the chairperson or president of the village council, she grabbed this thing by the ears, contacted the new village manager, who in turn contacted the village attorney, who in turn contacted
GFL's attorney.
GFL's
Good.
attorney.
Maybe
So,
Odd Jobs wouldn't have done that.
No.
Gotta
And-
get my digs in.
And Sue Bassardit, the chair or the president of the village council, said enough is enough. It's
Yeah,
time
well,
that this
good.
got taken care of.
Yep. and just
So, is there anything you'd like to say before we
put
close
down-
out?
Well, no, I probably shouldn't say too much more.
I think you've done a good job, and I
Yeah.
appreciate Terry filling in for Dave Kenny, and hopefully Dave will be out of a snowbank by the next time we do this, minutes by minute. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles. I'm not Dave Kenny.
We'll catch you next time right here.
Bye-bye.